Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Miriam. This is Tie Break, and we're doing the English version for Tie Break only for this week. Today, we have a very special guest. She is one of the building blocks from Convergo. She's a very important part of the team. I have been honored to work with her, along with her. And I'll be introducing to you just right after our theme song.
Hello.
Hi, Giulia.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you for your introduction.
Yes, it's
I was crying.
You're one of the building blocks from Convergo.
Yeah.
Right?
I saw it grown.
Yes, you have. Yeah. You've been part of it right from the start.
Yes, right? From 19. Yes. No, not 19. 12, 17.
Okay. Yeah, so 4 years now.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. And so Giulia, tell us a bit about yourself. Like that.
What I can say, I am Giulia. I'm a social media manager. I'd like to describe me as a serial communicator.
Okay.
Because I think that communication is one of the most important things in the life. So not only in the business. And I make it a job. Okay. So I started working with my family at M2I. It's a firm which works on marketing with the purpose to bring the innovation in the firm, in the client firms. And they start in 2002, obviously not from social media, but when I came in the firm in 2017, I started bring up this part of the communication, so the digital communication.
Okay. Yes, and you're the digital side of the company. And so you're the one that has all the relationships and all the digital part, which is has grown a lot in the last year, especially, right?
Yes, of course. It's an incredible part of the marketing because you have always to be updated, and so you have to find time to improve yourselves, to make tests, to study. So it is not simple, but if you have passion, you can do it.
Yes, because it's very fast changing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Facebook algorithm, for example, is always in changing.
Sure.
So, we talked about it, about a business manager of Facebook.
Yes. Oh my God.
You can go there any day, and every day you can find a different solution. They found out.
That's right. So, Giulia, tell us, if you have a business, how do you suggest which social media channel a business or company shall use?
Okay. So you have to start to think about your public. So who is your target? And so you can decide or you can find out where your public is. And this is already an important point of for your firm to make the decision about how which platform you can use. You also have to focus on the market. in which you are, so what your competitors do, and which content you want to share, and most of all, which kind of content, because if you want to share texts or articles, you can't go on YouTube, for example, or on Instagram. You'll go instead on Facebook or LinkedIn, for example. I think these three are the main answers, the main question you have to answer.
Yes, that's correct. And so, like, and how do you, and so after you first do the study, and then you prepare a social media strategy, right?
Okay. Yes, of course.
Okay. And so, like, how do you also do the advertising part, and then so you do a budget with the client, or how does that work, that side work?
Okay, it depends on the client and on the scenario you have to deal with. I'm talking about the firm scenario, not the global in this case. I also suggest to start with an organic strategy. So you can improve your channels with the content marketing, which is the most important focus you have on digital marketing today. Because content marketing is the key of a dialogue you can share with your public.
Okay.
So if you don't start share contents, share values, share valuing content. I don't know if the right saying. Okay.
Content value, content. Yeah.
Okay. You can't, in my opinion, make advertising campaign, because the risk is to spend a lot of money to bring your people, to bring the people on your platforms, but they won't find anything of interesting, and so they leave. And so the risk is to throw away your money.
Yes, and so you also produce content, right?
Yes, of course. On the basis of which firm it is, and which content we have to produce, and how we want to produce it, we find out which content in the specific and which kind of content we want to promote. So, for example, we suggest to our client to talk about some topics instead of other, for example.
Okay.
And we produce them. So if we have to produce text, we produce, of course, text. We produce images, and if you want also videos or reels or whatever it takes.
You must be a pretty good writer then. It's not easy writing. Well, for me, it isn't. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. I face it every time I read an email. Okay. I think there are two important things that you have to put in the plot.
Yes. Yeah, okay. On the table.
Yes, to make a good communication. The most important, of course, is talk with correct grammar. So if you are talking Italian, if you are writing in Italian, you have to be able to write in the right Italian.
Yes.
With the right grammar, with the right points and commas and so on. And so you also have to put in practice some rules for copywriting.
Okay.
Because you can't write down the I don't know, like a Latin version, okay, if you have in
Okay.
mind.
Yes. Yes. It
So,
is.
so a text like this with no spaces, which is no formation, okay, which is a unique globe in which you
Yes.
can find some points, okay. You have to instead give air to your
Yes.
text. So give space, put spaces, and put, for example, some bold, words, and
high.
also yes, and also some cursive
Sure.
words, and make also short sentences,
Okay.
and so on.
Yeah. And let me ask you this. Do you also manage the comments? You do, right?
Yes, it is very, very important.
Yeah. And have you ever had a case where someone puts negative comments or you have to deal with that? How do you deal with that?
Yes, not so many, for
Okay.
fortune, maybe, but they are very important because they are what people search. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's
And-
right. The
yeah,
haters.
yes, and you have to always respond to negative comments.
Okay.
You don't have to let in the air
Okay.
to live in the air, okay,
Okay.
these negative comments, but you have to answer remembering one thing. You are not answering for the person who wrote the comment, but
Uh-huh.
for all the other people,
Okay.
which are reading the
Okay.
conversation.
Sure.
Okay, so you have to demonstrate how strong you are, and that you have nothing to hide. Because if you erase a comment and or simplicity ignore it, the people maybe should think that you have something to hide.
Sure. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
I talked about it with Hilary, which was
Yes.
here yesterday with you, and she was upset because she received a negative comment on an advertising he made.
Mm-hmm.
And she made, sorry, and she didn't know how to answer it. No.
How to answer.
Yes, and
She actually wrote, haters gonna hate.
exactly, because
Yes.
we talked about it. The comments in question are so. The comment was in a video she made, explaining to come to her services languages, and okay,
Okay.
and to use the school in Italian. And the
Okay.
comment was like. How can you learn to me Italian if you talk with this pronunciation?
Ah.
Okay,
Okay.
and the point of that comment is that Hilary should have taken this ball
Uh-huh.
to say that the pronunciation isn't the important thing.
Yes, that's right.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so this comment could give her an important point of view, which
Sure.
she can use it which he can use to share another point of another value of intuition.
Yes, that's right. We talked about it yesterday because, for example, I speak Italian with a Spanish accent. And so there's no other way I can speak it because I'm not Italian. So but
Of
it's
course.
fine. Yes.
I think also my English accent is terrible, but
But it's perfect.
it is.
Of course. But yeah, I know. I understand what you mean. It's a good
Yes.
thing. They should be answered, and in that way, the situation gets stopped without making it worse.
Yes,
If
of
you
course.
just respond, yes.
Of course.
And let me ask you this: what about how to use hashtags? That some companies exaggerate with, like, a million of hashtags, like.
Okay, I think there's not precise rules about hashtags. So you have to test. On social media, you always have to test.
Sure.
So whatever you do, you have to test and see how it goes. But for example, on Facebook, they are useless. So I don't use it.
You don't use it.
Because
Okay.
yes, because Facebook has a very powerful engine research.
Okay.
And so if you type a word of any kind, Facebook can find it in a post, also if it's not in an hashtag. Okay.
Okay.
So I always suggest not to use it, not to use them on Facebook. On LinkedIn, you can use it almost one or two,
few of them,
maybe
right?
three, maybe three. Okay. But they has to be very focused on the content you are sharing.
Okay.
Okay. I think that that I do when I choose the hashtag to use on LinkedIn is to research them on the search bar.
Okay.
To see if they are followed. Because if they are followed,
Sure.
The people who follow them will receive a notification. Okay, so it's interesting. On Instagram,
it's like a book of hashtags.
Yes, you can use up to 30 hashtags, and you can use it all the hashtag you have, so 30. And I suggest to use it to use them. Some of them focusing on the content, so very specifically.
Specific. Okay.
Specific. Thank you. And others more general. Okay. For example, if I put a picture of myself, I can use, for example, I don't do it, but I could use the hashtag Giulia Morini, for example.
Yes.
But also I can do the hashtag girl. That is very general and very huge.
Large.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
These are.
And Giulia, let me ask you this: have you used Clubhouse? Tell us your opinion about Clubhouse.
Hey, I used it. I started use it some month ago. So when it came out, I don't use it a lot because I can find time.
Okay.
But I receive a lot of notification every minute.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. But I use it with a friend. And we spoke on it about 4 or 5 nights.
Okay, you were in a room. You did a room.
Yes, we made a room, and 3 or 4 times of these 5, we were all also just 2 of us, and
Okay.
maybe 1 or 2 friends. But one time we shared our room with other 10 people, maybe.
Wow.
And so we
Interesting.
talked about, but we didn't talk about business.
Okay.
We talk about
Other things.
yes, like boys or telefilm
Okay.
or
Yes. Just
serials,
free
TV.
time.
Okay,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. I heard I think this weekend it's out for Android. So everyone's like thinking it's gonna end, or I'm not sure.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see how this
Yes.
socials move along and see how it
I
goes.
think interesting, by the way, because you can talk with a lot of people you don't know, and you can also make new relationships.
Sure.
So for business, it's important.
It's good. Yeah.
Yes.
I've been in rooms from other parts of the world, and it's nice to hear someone speaking on the other side of the world, and then so yeah, it's not that bad, but we'll see.
Yes, of course.
Well, thank you, Giulia. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Miriam,
Thank you
for
for
inviting
accepting
me.
me. And well, I didn't see you this morning in any room. Maybe next week.
No, I weren't there
Okay.
this morning because I had the lunch in the afternoon.
Oh,
So I
right.
went. My mother went
Okay.
to the morning, and I went to the lunch.
Okay. Nice. It's nice to finally go
Yes,
out, right?
yes, of course. Finally.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Giulia. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Bye bye. Bye bye.